Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's a cold evening here in Birmingham, that's for sure. But I'm sure it's morning somewhere in the other side of this universe. But we're the Man United agenda. Obviously, it is Thursday night. It is the Aston Villa preview. We play them on Sunday. It's going to be a big game. But obviously, I am joined with the gentleman, of course, Colin Yaba. Yaba, how are you, kind sir?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You say it's cold in Birmingham, but it's raining all day today and non-stop. I don't know how it is in your part of the country and your time zone, but yeah, it's like from mornings, it's just been constant rain. And then when I went to my car in the car park after work, there was a puddle, and it was deceptively big, and it actually got my socks wet as well. And that's how bad it was today. We had a party today, our resident party. I was entertaining and taking pictures and dancing and singing and trying to get everyone going. So I'm exhausted, and hopefully today.
But you're here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here. So big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Colin. Big up to Rio Saves Football. Let's do this because I'm excited about today's show.
Lovely. Colin, how are you, kind sir? Donning the Manchester United shirt. I think we just said off stream. I was like, have you got a name on the back? And I said, have you got Garnacho? He was like, no. He's got the probably the last leader that we've kind of had in the at the club, in my personal opinion anyway, Mr. CR7. But how are you, kind sir?
Yeah, not bad. I've had a busy day at work, as I think we all have. Christmas time. We had our residence party yesterday, so slightly different. Yeah, nearly everybody turned up, which is great to see. But yeah, I was working till 11 o'clock last night, and I was back in work at 9 o'clock this morning. So
that's illegal. That's illegal.
I'm a little bit tired today.
No, but you're here in the flesh. You're here in the flesh. Man United haven't ruined you, not just yet. Hopefully, you can make it to Christmas for that period, so you can celebrate some more. But let me have a quick hello in the chat, of course. Hello to the Three Musketeers. How fitting. Good evening. Andrew, what's up? R.I.P. Snoop Dogg, huh? Snoop Dogg? Is Snoop Dogg okay? Can we check that? R.I.P. Snoop Dogg, okay?
I heard Patrick died from EastEnders.
Oh gosh, okay. Oh, that's a sad one. That's a sad one. Patrick Truman, big up. big up. We deserve better. Good evening, kind sir. Big up, Colin, Yaba, chat legends. Good evening. Simon, good evening to the three wise men at Christmas. And this is it. And you know, I am donning the Man United Christmas jumper. It's fitting. It's a bit itchy. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm not taking it off. That's fine. Steph, good evening. And Iron Titanium, it rained all day up north. It rained all day. Yeah, it's the common theme. Yes, Andrew, in the building. What's this? Oh, people, we're on TikTok now. So get across. We are now on TikTok. I think we were still on TikTok, but we've kind of given the Undertaker kind of resuscitation, and it's been given some life. So we're on TikTok. Yeah, exactly. I would do my eye rolling, but I've got contacts in, so I don't want that. Yeah, it's fine. And in Swansea tonight, alive but not for long. Oh, what's going on with the Snoop Dogg situation? Okay, let's hopefully Snoop Dogg's okay. But yes, people, thank you. So yeah, it's the Aston Villa preview, but normally, chat, we kind of dive into the game and talk about the game, but it's been Man United. There's been a lot of news, and I think it would be unfair of us, and we would not be doing our due diligence if we didn't touch upon the news that's happened in the last 2 days. So I throw it to obviously Colin Yaba. A Bruno Fernandes interview has come out today. I'm not sure if you both had the courtesy of kind of skimming through it. It was a long one with my namesake, Rio Ferdinand. Rio Ferdinand doing a lot of media nowadays, aligning himself with the club a lot more. Not sure what's gone on there, but Yaba, Bruno Fernandes, thoughts on the comments that he's come out with? Obviously, it was a wasn't a nice conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thanks for the heads up, by the way, Rio. Yeah, it was an hour long or 50 minutes long. Rio Ferdinand face to face with Bruno Fernandes. And I looked at the comments, as you always do on YouTube, to go and see what the feel is in the comments. And everyone was, and it just makes me laugh because everyone's saying, oh, he's such a great captain, he's such a great leader. Oh, he talks so well. All this positive stuff they were saying. And these are the same fans I know that would be disrespecting him and saying some negative stuff about him. Like, we do on the show sometimes, but I think it was really refreshing, gives a lot more insight into the man himself, Bruno Fernandes. Fantastic player and a fantastic leader as well. You mentioned earlier, the last great leader was Ronaldo. I think he deserves a lot more kudos for what he does for the side. He said it there. He was modest the way he described everything. He talked about a bit of his history, talked about his position, his role, talked about his criticism that he gets, and addressed it as well. So it's really refreshing interview for those of you who love the club, who love all our players, and want to get a better insight into who the players are, what they represent. Because all we see is how they perform on the pitch, and we build up our own opinion by then. Why don't you just speak and watch that interview? Because the first time I've seen an in-depth, proper interview from the man himself in a comfortable environment, and it was really good.
Yeah, bang on. We're still here. You're still here. Don't worry, you're still here. Yeah, you bang on. Column thoughts. I don't know if you got a different opinion on it. It was a nice interview, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a Manchester United controlled interview. That's what it was. It was at Carrington. Certain things could be spoke about, certain things couldn't. But yeah, no, I mean, when you actually listen to that interview, it obviously explains one of the pet peeves I have with him is this hand gesture that he keeps doing. And he explains it perfectly. Obviously, he's Portuguese. It's just how he talks. The referee's telling calm down with hands. He's like, he can't help it. It's just how he talks. He talks with his hands. I do it as well, to be fair. You just can't see it because my camera's higher up. But yeah, no, it's actually a very, very insightful interview into how Bruno Fernandes thinks and what he believes he brings and what he should do, and a little bit of insight from what Amorim wants Bruno to do as well. So I watched it whilst I was cooking my tea tonight. So yeah, no, I enjoyed it. I would suggest everyone to go watch it because it is actually a very, very good interview.
That's it. We need some royalties from Reels Presents because we're endorsing it highly. What are you going to say?
Let me tag him.
Yeah, I want to hear your views as well about Rio, and obviously, and both of you. Does it change your opinion on the man? Because you've got Andrew in the comments still saying, "Oh, he's a rubbish captain" and all this kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it has.
Change your opinion on him.
I think it has because obviously it's live, it's raw. We've had the recent comments that come out the other day about what his interview from, I think maybe 3 weeks ago. I think because he mentioned the Wolves game as the last game. So it obviously this isn't a recent interview as well. So it's a bit weird how they fall. But obviously it doesn't matter about the timing. What he's saying is true. We've seen what he's been talking about for months, for years. In a tactical point of view, it made me I kind of understood it anyway, but it's good that it was kind of set out in the open. And we have heard this in the past where he plays in the number 8 role. And the objective when we play is for him to not be in that 8 role. He's meant to be in his 10 position when we get further up the pitch because he's a risk taker. And that's one thing that he mentioned quite a lot. We signed him because he likes to take risks. That's exactly what Ali wanted him here for. And you can't take that out of his game. So ultimately, yeah, normally you don't want your number 8 to take risks in that 8 position. But if they're getting in the 10 position, which he's been told he's got kind of free reign to do, ideally that's when he should be doing it. But our issue is that transition to get in there. And then that's why he, on occasion, will do a stupid pass from deep where he shouldn't be doing it. But yeah, ultimately, in a tactical point of view, it was good to visualize what he was saying and then kind of contrasting it to our performances. And it made me did kind of think about Kobbie Mainoo in terms of, I know it's been said that position is between him and Kobbie. I don't think if that is the demand for that role, Kobbie can do what is expected of that role in the way that Bruno's explained it. Matthew, thank you for the £5. Much appreciated. Really, really appreciate it. Supporting the channel as always. Big up yourself, of course. People, give your thoughts in the chat, please, about Bruno. If you've seen the interview, has it changed your thoughts on it? Please. Yeah, but what are you thinking?
Yeah, just have a quick convo about this. I think it's brilliant. It's great content, you know. So he was saying, because everyone said, "Oh, we 2 in midfield, and we makes us exposed and all that kind of thing." It's about decision making. He said when he gets the ball in this, he asked him directly, when you're playing in a deeper position now, what's your options? What's the mechanics behind the position? What you're supposed to be doing? 3 things, he said, which is really clear. I love when footballers talk football because they know what the game is. He's got to make a decision. Okay, does he play with the way we play 2 10s? If it works perfectly, the opposition centre backs have to decide whether they're going to push on up against the 2 10s and pick them up, which means they're being dragged out of their block and they'll be positioned. And if they do that, then Bruno says he can pick out the fullbacks instead, because obviously if the centre backs come forward to pick up the 10s who are slightly deeper, that leaves space to hit the wing backs in, you know. Then he says if the midfielders take them, then he can play little 1-2s around them, you know. And then the third option was he can also be another 10 if that's the option. Take that risk, go into a third, become play in between the lines with the other number 10s to cause havoc and overload them and cause them problems in that respect. The only problem is transition and having that rest defense there. So it's decision making. So when it's not entirely working right, this is the problem. So the challenge for him, which Rio even Rio Ferdinand, not our Rio, even said, it's about decision making. You have to make your mind up there and then. What do I do and how to do it? And Kobe has to also do that as well in this position. So it's a learning. It's even at 29, 30 years old, you still have the ability to learn things and pick things up, as he's mentioned with Stankovic when he was in Italy as well, about learning and understanding the game. It's a lovely game. I'm 50 years old in a couple of days. I'm still learning football. If I knew, like, this not being funny, but if I knew, if I still had my physical ability with the knowledge that I have now, I would be an awesome player. I would have made it. It's just, so I love the fact that we're always learning. You can never say you know it all. So it's a great insight. What a wonderful interview. And I'm glad you brought that up, Rio, because it for now, it gives us some more ammunition to sort of say, well, go and refer to that.
Yeah.
Because I've been saying exactly what he's been saying for a long time now, and for some reason getting trashed by people,
like Andrew, apparently, who thinks this is all total nonsense, which is fine. It's just fine. You're entitled to your opinion. Andrew, if you've not watched it, give it a little watch. Even if you have to skim through it, that's fine. He just does what he fancies. Again, please go and watch it, please. Matthew, Bruno's world class, but sometimes needs to keep it simple. A player that you build the midfield around. Exactly. Go and watch it.
Explains why he doesn't keep it simple.
Yeah. Please, you'd be better off going watching it and coming back, but do that tomorrow. You can stay here for now. I hope Sancho doesn't score against us. Oh, wow. That'll be one for later, but Sancho cannot play against us. So that's one to look out for. He's a loanee, so we can't play against us, which is fine. We'll move on quickly. Kobe Mine, Colin, the news has come out that he knew about T-shirt gate. So he knew previously that this T-shirt was going to be worn, and he's not stopped it in any way. I think I weren't impressed with the whole situation anyway. He's not come out and said anything about it. Knowing he knew about it from the start, I'm pissed off. Colin, what are you thinking?
No, yeah, rightfully so. I mean, when we had the Garnacho gate, he was doing very similar things. I know it were a different team shirt and stuff, but I was fuming with that. He knew that his brother was going to do this. I cannot say, oh, Garnacho's done this, but Mainoo's okay because he didn't. No, it falls on the same bracket, He should be telling his brother, listen, I'm a Man United player. You can't be doing that because what you do affects me. We all know who his brother is. It's been made very clear that it was his brother. That has put Kobe in a massively, massively negative light, so badly. And it was so stupid for him just to let him do it. Should have been like, listen, don't do it. Just let me get on with what I need to do at the club. If I can try and get a move, then that's fine. And that basically should have been the conversation.
Yeah, but thoughts. I don't know if you heard it. It come out not too long ago, to be fair, about it. Thoughts.
Well, I agree with Colin. I think it's a stupid thing for his brother to do. It could be detrimental to his career at Manchester United Football Club, because that is indiscipline. You don't want that sort of thing happening. We're all disappointed with that sort of thing. It's bringing unwanted attention. Let the manager decide. And obviously, if you want to really have a conversation or influence the manager, train harder. Okay, this is what I would say. Train harder. And if that doesn't work, speak to the manager face to face. Don't make these things public. And because that's just taking it beyond the line. I could come on here today and talk badly about my boss at work, and I deserve promotion. Oh, they're shit. They should be playing me. They someone else. And I would get in trouble for that. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he has to be really mindful about what he's doing. If he wants to leave, then that's the kind of behaviour that will get you kicked out of the club. So I want Kobe to stay. So I'm disappointed that he's been a part of this. And I'm disappointed with his brother. I never liked his brother from Love Island anyway. I thought he was a bit of an arse, to be honest, the way he came across. But yeah, it's just not nice. And I think Kobe Mainoo is a brilliant talent and a brilliant player. I love the way he plays football. He simplifies the game. If I was to teach my son and show my son watch certain players, it would be Valderrama, Paul Scholes, Kobe Mainoo, those sort of players that make the game easy on the eye. Simple thing, good touch, good technique, good body shape, blocking thing, good passing, nothing outrageous, make the team players. And I think Kobe's fantastic in that respect, but he needs to show a bit more personality and character here to get through this rough stage and get back into the team and start producing. That's when you really want to be vocal. Let your feet, let your football do the talking, and don't let your stupid brother do it for you.
Yeah, I agree. Might drop. Like, fair enough. And Roy Keane come out with it on the overlap this morning. Again, another interview which had a bit of juicy, tasty stuff. I won't go into the full T's and C's about it, but kind of what Simon says, there's too much focus on Mainoo. He's not the Messiah, just a 20-year-old playing for a troubled side. You're not getting into the team. And yeah, some of it is to do with Amorim. So I know some people in the chat have said it's to do with Amorim and he's not getting a fair look in. Okay, that might be a conversation, but doing these little antics, you're not helping yourself. Just get your head down. And if you are a talented player, you are only 20. There's enough time for you to get a move. Like, it will happen. Things will go into place. But yeah, little things outside like this, it's gonna hinder him, and it's probably gonna massively hinder him going into this Villa game, because what an opportunity. We could have probably needed him. Does he start now? I'm not too sure.
Yeah, but I mean, like, obviously I'm looking at comments as they're coming in, and Andrew put a comment in like, how does it affect him or something like,
I
how
think
it affects Kobe? How? No, this one.
Yeah, it was like, it affects Kobe how he's not playing as it is.
Yeah. So I mean, if you think about it, yes, it does affect Kobe. Yeah, he might not be playing now, but this will damage his chances of getting back into the squad. But not only that, let's say that this is the end of the line. Obviously, Amorim's never going to play Kobe Mainoo, and he's going to go out on a transfer. If clubs, I know certain clubs 100% look at families and the relationships and everything like that. If they see he's got a disrespectful brother who's willing to do whatever he can, then that's going to put them off, because they're going to be like, well, if we don't play Kobe Mainoo for a few weeks because he's not up to it, is his brother going to do that at our stadium as well? And like what We Deserve Better says, it damages his brand. And that's his brother's doing. That's not Kobe's doing, really. That's his brother's doing. But Kobe should have stepped in.
I'm gonna say that's still. I feel like it's all like well and good, but as soon as you hear Kobe knew it was gonna happen and didn't kind of stop it, is Kobe got that character in him to to put a foot in and go? Because I understand what Yaba means in terms of what the brother's like. He's a bit of a personality. So even if Kobe said, please don't do it," the brother's probably done it. I'm a celebrity. I need a bit of relevance again. You know, Love Island was so many years ago. I remember watching that series as well, and he got made look like an absolute fool on there because of the way that he was speaking to certain women. So, you know, other than that, he's known as Kobe's brother. So that's it. You know, and to be fair, it's worked. If he's tried to get some relevance, it's worked. People are talking about him. Even Simon Jordan knows his name now. So
I don't.
you know, that's a big one. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, there you go. There
I just
you
want
go.
to say, big up to Rich Sports or Red Devils United TV. He's saying here Kobe could have instantly diffused it if he distanced himself from it as well. So that's a good point. And
Yeah.
hope you're doing well, Rich.
And I just want to say as well, back to Andrew, it did hurt Garnacho because the only club that went in for him was a club that just buys players because they can. He went to Chelsea, who've got about 16 wingers, 45 midfielders, 27 defenders, and 14 goalkeepers. So, and I've got a Chelsea mate at work who despises Garnacho because he's awful since they've signed him.
Yeah. My good mate, my good mate, we joke about him saying that, please, he's a Chelsea fan. And he's like, I don't want to see Garnacho's playing. I don't want to see Garnacho's playing. I think he scored twice the other day. And he was like, this is going to be banter. I'm just going to get bantered. You know, he's a Chelsea fan. He scored for Chelsea. And Chelsea fans just don't want him to do well for him because it just adds fuel to the fire. And yeah. Enough about Garnacho. Foolish idiot. But yeah. Okay. We've got a game on Sunday. We do have a game on Sunday. Aston Villa. They are in incredible form, to put it kindly and bluntly. They have, I made some notes here. Villa, 9 wins in a row across all competitions. They've won 15 of their last 17 matches. So I think they went at the beginning of the season. Yeah, it's incredible. It's madness. They went at the beginning of the season, I think 5 or 6 games without even getting a goal. You know, and now they have turned things around. And I've said it before, like Bruce Jenner. Like it's incredible what they've done.
Transformation.
Yeah, an incredible transformation indeed. So obviously, as I like to do, I like to get the graphic up of the head-to-head. So add it to the stage. Might have to creep in a bit forward just to see those numbers. But obviously, you've got the last fixtures. We beat them at home, and we drew last season at their ground. But then the last season before that, we lost at theirs. So it's a bit of a touchy affair. It seems like a common theme that we play them around Christmas time. I do remember playing Villa a lot around Christmas time. And obviously that's what the league table shows. So they're currently residing in 3rd, which is incredible once again. But well, you know what? I keep mentioning it. I keep mentioning it too much. We're in 6th. I'd like to come out of 6th now. Like, I think we've been mentioning it a little bit too much that we've been in 6th. But yeah, gents, early thoughts, Yaba. Early thoughts on the game, hearing those statistics and currently how we're performing.
Yeah, look, I just know this. I mean, the Premier League is really packed with good teams, and I'm not saying great teams, just good teams. You're always going to be up in a good match, and Aston Villa is like another good team we're coming up against. I mean, fair play to the manager. His reputation is very good at the moment. And he's always been at clubs. Like every time he's gone to the big club, I mean, wasn't he manager at Arsenal? And he had another big club as well.
He was at Villarreal before that.
Yeah, but he done Seville, Villarreal, done well at Aston Villa. But did he go to Paris?
Oh, PSG, sorry. Yeah,
Paris.
PSG.
Yeah, he went to Paris Saint-Germain. And
it's
like, come on, man, give the guy a chance. You know, he's proven elsewhere. He's a proven proper manager. And he always gets results and does really well. Look at his Seville record with the Europa Cup or whatever they call it. Really good team they've got. I like a lot of their players because when you look at they've got the Brentford centre back, the former Brentford centre back. What's his name? Who played England international now from playing. Conser. Yeah, very like nothing outstanding, but he's consistently playing well. Pau Torres, I think, is a very good player, left-footed centre back as well. He's been out of the team because Tyrone, what's the name? Tyrone Mings.
Yeah.
The other left-sided centre back had a serious injury. He's come in. and he's back in the side. He's playing really well.
Well,
Fullback,
I'll interject on that one that quickly. He might, because he's been injured, so they've been playing with Lindelof.
Oh wow! Surprise! I didn't know that. Didn't know that. But just going right back. Matty Cash on the left. They've got a ding on the left. Matty Cash on the right. Just the team as a unit, like with all these previous teams at Villarreal, at Seville, they play for each other, and that's what we want to see, and that's what gives you results. That's what gives you that extra 10%. So well done, Aston Villa. Very good side. It's going to be a tough task for us to go there with their form, like you said, 15 and 17 wins, amazing, and get a result because it's away from home. But we're not far off. All I'm interested in is how we can improve and make improvements and adjustments to tweak things to get better and better each week. And that's all we do on the show. We always observe and what we watch every game, week in, week out. Even Colin does watch-alongs in detail and gets emotional. And we all feel for it. And we no one's going to sit here and say we can't beat Villa. But and like we said, we would struggle to beat Bournemouth. Every game is tough. But we are on the move. We are making moves. We've got issues with the AFCON players out. Now it's time for people to step up. I think we can do something in this game. I think Villa, as long as we match teams like Villa and Bournemouth with our physicality, our running, and all the basics you're supposed to do, we've still got the talent to see us through. So even though it's a tough game, I still think we've got something about us. But I do respect. I had to give a little speech about respect for the manager of Villa and respect for the club unity, how they all play for each other, how he gets a tune out of players who, are not always on the outside seen as the best.
Yeah, it's fair. It's a tasty game for me being in Birmingham. So I will be bumping into a few heads tomorrow, having a catch up with them, talking about the game. Colin, any early concerns going into it? I'm guessing you do.
Yeah, I do. Obviously, we've got no Mbeumo. There's no Amad. There's no Mazraoui. There's no Casemiro because he's suspended for a game, which is fantastic. Looking at them, they've got 9 different goal scorers as well this season. And Ollie Watkins is actually joint 4th top goal scorer for them. It's Morgan Rogers, followed by Mallon, and then Buendia. They have a lot of players that can hurt us very quickly.
Yeah.
If we are not switched on from second 0-0-0-1, we are going to get peppered because their goalkeeper's great as well. We've got a great goalkeeper, but let's be real, they've got a World Cup winning goalkeeper that I wouldn't have minded
also
seeing.
Be a doubt as well. He might.
I don't know. It might be
a bad back.
Who's their backup?
He didn't play last game, and Bizot is like their backup. He played last game,
right?
But yeah, he's got a bad back, Emmy. But he might come back for this. He
probably will do because he's the ultimate shithouse, isn't he? Let's be real. He'll have took last week off because he said, we're playing Man United next week. I'll rest up this week and I'll come back next week and put in a performance. We have to get this first 15 minutes of the game correct because I feel like if we go 1-0 down, it could be 2, it could be 3, it could be 4, and we're going to have a mountain because I fear so much with the pace that they have going forward.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let me check some of the comments, see what they think. I share your concerns. I do. We must score first against Villa to get something from the game. So Steph is kind of on that kind of wavelength. We need to act fast. Don't be sleepy. Simon, somehow we have to fill in the holes in our midfield. So we will touch upon this. We played well against Villa's high line last few years, but we got to exploit the high line now. Fair point. Luca talks Dons. Good evening. Rashford and Garnacho being great against them. Nothing to run in behind now. Big trouble. Yeah. So we need to exploit them. They don't play with a super high line, but they have played with a high line. They made Arsenal look average recently, so that was a tell for them. Our back 3 selection will be interesting. Probably same as Bournemouth game. Euro Heaven, sure. And then Patrick without Mbeumo, not sure who gets in behind. So yeah, it's kind of like the common theme in terms of getting in behind. And Steph, you've lovely as always have touched upon. I love it. I like transitioning to the next step. So I've got another graphic here. Here's what I made earlier. And hopefully we don't need to kind of squint and get our monocles out to see this one. But there's been a lot of talk about the ending of the Bournemouth game. We set up in a 3-4-3, 3-4-2-1, however you want to call it. But I'm telling you, and there was a bit of topical debate amongst ourselves, that we ended the game in a 4-2-4 or a 4-4-2, if you will. So I want to show you the average positions of the game. So yeah, we're gonna have to get our monocles out for this one. But yeah, if you can, the top left is the ending or the average positions of the Bournemouth game. As you can see, it does have the essence of a back four. All the other games is a free. I wish you could see. I've got a pointer here. You can't see it, but there's a free.
The Palace game looks like a back four ish,
but I think that's
it looks like a 4-1-5.
That's a centre mid. I think that's a centre mid that's dropped in. But yeah, basically the common theme is that Bournemouth, we ended up with a 4-back, and how it looked is we ended up with a traditional left back, right back, 2 centre backs. And what would happen is then the low or whoever was on the left side at the time, I think it was Luke Shaw, would be bombing down the wing. And again, we're talking like this. It's been so long since we've seen this. This is normal football. It's pretty much what 90% of football teams do. They play with traditional left back, right back. And then you end up basically your left back doesn't have so much to track back because they're not having to bomb on so far. And also they've got the element of surprise because obviously if they're starting from a deeper position, the opponent's right back or whoever it is won't have to. They won't be tracking them from an early stage. Furthermore, whoever's on that left side, whether it be in Cunha or whoever it is on that left side, it might be Mount for this game for the sake of it. They can start more inverted or start off from the left and come inverted. So it opens up a different aspect to the team. So I kind of want to throw it back to you guys in terms of how do we set up? What's our formation going to look like? Who are we going to put where? Who have we got left? But quick one on you on that one. Like, have you got any kind of inkling into how we might line up?
I do, but if you want to learn something, you go to the wise people, the people that are achieving things. So big up to Tony Lee in the chat. He's an Arsenal fan. Can you give us any tips on how to beat Villa? Actually,
Tony,
you can't. So just shh in the comments there. I know you come here to mock, but yeah, this thing about formations, you know me, I don't believe in the formations thing because it depends how you set up. You start with 3-4-3, whatever we start with, but throughout the game in different setups, you will change the formation. Someone would drop off, there'd be a bit of rotation and all this kind of thing. So while we're desperate to go to a 4 or change our formation, I still think we set up as a 3 centre backs, but in certain scenarios, people have to drop back when if Villa have got the ball, which they will do against us. You're going to see 5 at the back and then 3, 2 in midfield, maybe 3 with number 10 dropping in. So it changes. This is the flexibility. This is why players need to be in tune. Like we said earlier about Bruno having 3 options when he gets the ball, and whatever position you're in, understand where you're supposed to be and why you're supposed to be there. This is how you gel a good team. So I'm done with this formation, all this kind of thing. It doesn't work for me. It doesn't make any sense. It's about systems, and systems wins games is my favorite quote. The systems do win games, not players. This is why Leicester can win the league because they didn't have the best players.
But in terms of personnel. So let's say we're keeping the shape because I do agree with you. Ultimately it's about how you transition up the field, and then that dictates what your average positions look like at the end of the game. So it could be a 3-4-2-1, it could be a 4-4-2, 4-2-4, 4-3-3, blah blah blah. But in terms of the personnel, that's what dictates ultimately what you do on the pitch. So do you think we will go with the likes of Luke Shaw and the 2 kids centre backs again, or do you think we'll have to tweak it?
you know my thoughts on Euro and Heaven. I think we're really vulnerable with those two. Even though Heaven's played a few games, it's good to see him playing, but there's a lot of vulnerability I've seen when it comes to basic defending in the Premier League. He struggles with that. You've never seen him winning headers and clearing the ball. He's, 2 passes just played down his lane. He's not got there first against Bournemouth. Really opened us up. One pass. As a centre-back, you're there. You can sit back and read the whole game, and you allow one pass to open you up like a hot knife with butter and make you look stupid. That, to me, is inexperience, and I think we're being really naive if we're going to be playing guys like that. That's why, if you saw my lineup on WhatsApp, I did say we need to put more experience in there, and I felt that just put Martinez in the middle to lead, because not only with Euro and Heaven, young, athletic, they can do their thing, but one thing they don't do is organise. Like I said, me at 50 years old now, I can still go into Sunday League or even a higher level than that and chalk my way through games and stroll out there just from organisation because I've got the wisdom. But I think when you have and the confidence to say and know what we're supposed to do, know how we're supposed to set up and talk my way through the games and carry people through the game. That's what centre backs are supposed to do, lead like that. And I just don't. I feel we make ourselves really, really weak and really vulnerable by playing Heaven and without any sort of backup around him. Someone's going to talk. It's mute out there. That's why you saw the form of goals when the ball's being played in between Heaven and Martinez. It's mute. That's why they can afford to do that. So it'd be Martinez for me starting in the middle, Euro on the right, and Luke Shaw, another experienced person, on the left. If you don't go with that, we're going to be in serious problems. But with the lack of availability we have and the lack of options, that's the best I can think of, based on the simplicity of we need experience, we need talkers to lead that line. It's very, very important.
Chat, you let us know you think, like, how you think we'll kind of set up for this game. Colin, take us a little bit more forward, the midfield and attack. Good luck. What are you thinking?
Well, I'll start from the forward line. I think Šeško has to play. We need him for his height in this game. I can't drop Mount. I just can't do it. He's been playing so well, Mason Mount, and I think it'd be rude to drop him. And this is where it comes a little bit more difficult for me, because I want Bruno as the 10. That's what I want Bruno, because that's where he performs. That's where he gets his violin or his bow out and starts orchestrating everything. But he's not. He's going to be playing further back, because I don't believe we're going to have a back to central defensive midfield partnership of Ugarte and Mainu playing. So it's going to be Cunha, and it's going to be, I'm probably going to say it's going to be Bruno and Ugarte, judging by Amorim's recent exploits. Don't even ask me who's playing right wing back, because I have no idea.
I think it might be Dorgu.
Dorgu on right.
Yeah, I have a feeling it might be Dorgu.
Interesting. Because I'm trying to think who else.
He likes to have an inverted player on that side, and he has done it. He has played on that side, not for us, but he has done it.
So I would put Dallo over onto right.
No. So I would go, and this is me thinking we're going to tweak it a little bit. So think of it. So it can be a 3-4-2-1, 3-4-2-1. Yeah, but I've visualized it like it's going to be a 4-4-2.
See, and this is a big if, because it does say, I mean, it probably won't play. It does say De Ligt might be back this weekend. He has a return date of this weekend, but we know Amorim doesn't like rushing his players back, so we might not see him. If he is fit, I would have Luke Shaw out at left wing back or left back or whatever.
Yep.
Martinez, De Ligt, Yoro, Dorgu.
Okay.
That's what I'd do.
Yeah.
But obviously, we don't know whether De Ligt's available. So
yeah,
again,
so I've got that. So I've got Shaw. I've got Shaw, Licha, Yoro, Delo, and then Dorgu. So I've almost got Dorgu as an actual right mid, if that makes sense, and Delo as an actual right back.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I just don't.
This is more hope, though. This is more hope. This ain't gonna happen, is it? Really? I think we just need to turn up on the day, and we'll see. Yeah, but I'm not sure if you've got any thoughts on the attacking way that we might go with this one.
Yeah, like obviously, I spoke about Xisco the other day and how important it is that he starts playing again, starting. And I think he has to start again. His play came on the other day and played pretty well. His link-up play, his pace to run in the channels. We don't have any pace to get him behind anymore, but he's very quick. Don't be deceived about the tool, man. He's really quick. Good in the air for flick-ons as well. And we can whip balls into the box. And in transitions, he's very intelligent. As you saw with his cross with his left foot the other day for the goal. Xisco, we paid a lot of money for him. He's a good player, just needs a bit of confidence, and you only get that by playing him week in, week out. So I think he needs to be the figurehead for as a number 9, and then we build it around that. It's going to have to be Mount and Cunha. I agree with Colin there, but Xisco has to play because he would cause problems. Like we said earlier, I was talking about the 2 number 10s. What they do, they drag people out of positions because you're thinking they're playing in areas where either the midfielder has to pick them up or you've got the defender have to pick them up. So they need to communicate. And then on top of that, they're going to have a problem with someone backing into them, spinning off them in Xisco. So it's going to be a problem for Villa if we're playing Xisco and 2 number 10s. For me as a defender, I would find that a nightmare to deal with because you're up against touch tight with a big defender who can beat you in the air and is strong, could give you an elbow and turn you. And then also, who's picking up the 10s? You know, you don't want... Imagine this, like Bruno was saying. You give the ball to Cunha, you don't want him to turn and start running you as a centre-back, do you? Or the defender. That's a problem. So you have to close the space. You either compress the space between the lines, get a midfielder to pick him up, or one of you have to go out there and sacrifice. So much communication going on there. The same with Mount. He gets in little pockets of spaces, plays little 1-2s, get into the goal, and he's a great finisher as well. So it's trouble. We got ammunition, man. Pow, pow, pow. We can really do something dangerous. If we just consistently play with Xisco, it will open things up for us. So you asked about the attacking sense. I would play Xisco with Mount and Cunha for those reasons.
Yeah, I mean, there's people we're forgetting about. There are people. We could have a complete shock to our system because we've still got Diego Leon. We've still got Tyler Fredrickson. We've still got Chido.
Shea.
You know, we've got players that we're forgetting about that could possibly come in and do a job.
It's just whether they're going to be integrated. I think Shea Lacey, if he's fit, he might get integrated.
Recently, huh? Shea Lacey was on the bench recently.
Yeah. So I feel like if it's going to be anyone, it might be him. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. I think they've got the danger man in Morgan Rogers. I think he's right now. I know I'm a United fan. Morgan Rogers for me is my favorite footballer to watch right now on the planet. Like, he's incredible. So I am concerned about him because he's got it all. He does remind me of Kaka, the way he moves on the pitch. So he is a top talent. So if we can kind of lock him off when he's kind of on form. So I say this. I think if we don't lock him off, I believe they win the game. I think he's got the ability to turn the game. But then similar to, they probably think that about Cunha. You know, if they can't stop us with Cunha, he's got the ability to be that maverick for us and kind of grab the game by the scruff of the neck and kind of just take it. As Yaba said, you know, get the ball, turn a face, run at them, and then kind of make them backpedal because they don't have the quickest of centre backs. Konsa's not quick. You know, if it's Lindelof, we know what Lindelof is like, so we can get at him. And then they like to leave themselves super exposed with Matty Cash bombing on. And if it's Digne or Matson at left back, you know, they're super exposed. So we have got gaps and opportunities to attack the wide areas.
Yeah, we do. But I like, if I'm comparing the best possible squad we have available to the best possible squad they have available, I think they probably edge it out with players that could have more of an impact. Obviously, you said Morgan Rogers, who is absolutely unbelievable at the minute. You know, he's found his form at the right time. He's basically unplayable when he's on it. But, I mean, Buendia is another one. Buendia can switch it on and skin 2 or 3 people with ease. Josh McGinn is another one.
Yeah, look, Patrick Yellow, echoing your sentiment on their team. You bang on.
Yeah, this is what I mean. We might have a Cunha who can produce some magic and a Bruno that can produce some magic, but they've got 4 or 5 of these players that we need to be able to just shut out of the game at different periods of time in order for us to obviously maintain some relevance of a performance.
Yeah. Well, that takes us into some predictions, if you will. So obviously we've done our due diligence. We've talked about Aston Villa. We've praised them up, put them on this pedestal. Are we gonna go ahead and say they're gonna win the game? I'm gonna go early, and I'm gonna go with a 1-1. So I am sitting on the fence with that one. Chat, let us know in the chat, please, your predictions for this game. Yaba, Mr. Positivity, Mr. Lightside. What are you going with?
I think we got a good chance of getting the result, and the result for me would be playing away from home. The thing is, when you look at the league table, we can really close the gap, get to 29 points. They're on 33 points, I think. That would be significant, and it's a huge game. I think it's going to be 0-0. I think it's just going to pitter out, and where they don't really need to really be going for it. They're in a comfortable position right now, and we, can sort of hold on. But you've got to be defensively sound. Where I think we improve. If you're a manager, after what happened, conceding 4 goals against Bournemouth, I think we'll be focused on defensive situations and managing that. And that will be the focus for the next few days in training. So I think we're going to be sound in defence, regardless who's there. I just think it's going to pitter out to a 0-0. So,
but you think they might do that to the point where they overdo it in the back where we can't attack anymore? Well, I get what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
The issue would be, we would be without your favourite player, Amad, who's our wide attacking player. So Dorgu and Dalot don't have the confidence right now to be doing anything dangerous there, even though Dalot got assist the other day or whatever. But yeah, we will struggle in those areas, I think, Rio, the wide full wing back areas, because we're lacking players there. 2 players with lacking confidence and not really giving us enough going forward.
Fair. Colin, you, Mr. Positivity for today, maybe?
3-2 Villa.
Okay.
I'm giving us 2 goals.
We will rein it back in, why don't you? Rein it back in.
We ain't keeping no clean sheet. We ain't keeping a clean sheet at all.
What you talking about?
We aren't. We're not keeping a clean sheet at all. We gave Wolverhampton their first goal in God knows how long. So, we're a charity case when it comes to clean sheets. We don't have any. We give goals for free. But I just, with the players missing, obviously not just our attacking players, but the defensive players and the Casemiro not being available, I think we are so weak at the back. So weak.
You think we'll miss Casa that much?
If you do what, right? I've actually been watching a lot more games back than what I usually do, and I've started watching Casemiro quite closely, and his IQ on the pitch is unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
it's unbelievable. He's seeing danger before danger even happens. I haven't brought it up. I'll bring it up for another show at some point. But I was looking through his interceptions and his defensive tackles and all this, and it's well above most of our team. I think it's only De Ligt that's got more than him, and I think he's going to be a big miss because we're going to be playing Agate, who is struggling at the moment, and I don't think throwing him in against a very attackive, very quick Aston Villa side is the best thing to do.
He's not had any minutes recently, has he? Either he's going to come on cold.
And Andrew says it there as well. From set pieces, he's our most dangerous player. From set pieces, Casemiro. So that's another thing we're losing.
Yeah, that's a fair point. That is a valid point. Yeah. What's the chat saying with their predictions? Let's go through them. Okay, so Steph says, I see a high-scoring game, both sides scoring at least 2 goals. Wow. Okay. We're the only game on Sunday as well, by the way. It's weird. So with the main event as well, as always, Man United.
We're always the main event. We're always the main event.
Yeah. Andrew 4-1 Villa. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you. Lovely and positive as always. Max has gone 4-0 Villa, so we don't even get a goal here. So that's fine.
At least I gave us 2 goals. So come on.
Yeah. Folks, we are not keeping a clean sheet from Patrick. Okay. Steph has gone 3, United 3-2 win. Okay, we take that. We'll take that. Another thrilling game. I'd like a clean sheet, but it's not happening. Let's be real. We ain't got the pace outside. They will strangle us, and we will tire. Hopefully, it's not that bad. I'll be honest with you. Hopefully, it's not that bad. We deserve better. Yeah, Villa to United now. So, I think we've gone somewhat positive, Yaba, in terms of our draw. A 0-0, a 1-1. If right now we had the opportunity to say we can take a point and go into the Leeds game. No. Sorry, Newcastle game. Newcastle game. Going into that game with a draw, and then I think it's Leeds after that, isn't it? Or was it Burnley? No, it's Wolves.
We're playing Wolves again. Yeah, that's right.
Maybe Wolves.
Yeah. The thing is, we have to work on our weaknesses, and like you said, conceding goals. We've only had 1 clean sheet, I think, all season. So that I want to see us, work on that and get a clean sheet away from home, and show that there's some work on the training ground, which we have now, because we're only playing domestic football, that we can improve on things. We've really got to fix that problem, because once we start fixing those problems and really, get drilled into the players, the importance of, understanding the system and how we set up in all areas of the pitch, then once we stop conceding goals, we're always going to be a threat. So I really hope that against a form side like Villa, we can go there and just put the chokehold on them and hold it out until the end of the 90 minutes.
Yeah. I'll give you a little thing that my coach used to say to me all the time when I was playing. He used to say to me all the time, football is such an easy game to understand. You don't let them score, you have a chance of winning. Simple as that.
Yeah.
When you have the ball, they can't score.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's bang on. And it's weird. They say that the hardest thing in football is scoring goals. Yet we can probably do that quite easily, and our issue is at the back. So, Arnie Slot, he's recently kind of been referencing a lot of his interviews, talking about, we got a clean sheet. The opponent didn't have a lot of shots against us recently, and he's had a mindset recently change to try and focus on getting a clean sheet, and then the attacking situation will do what it needs to do itself. That same thing, I think I mentioned it way back, where Pep says, my job is just to get the ball and transition you guys up the pitch, and then you work your magic. So if we are leak at the back, you can't get the fundamentals right, then you've got no hope. So hopefully, but you are right, hopefully there is a kind of a reset, and he's gone, conceding 4, that can't, as well as it was all entertaining and a lot of people left Old Trafford with that feel-good vibe. We scored 4. Ultimately, didn't win the game. You conceded 4. So let's tweak it up. Get that spanner out.
I think we still... I think we still kind of live in the... I know it's loads of people want to get away from it, but the 4-4 game that the other day was very much like a Sir Alex game. We're going to score more than you. Because that was Sir Alex's philosophy. Doesn't matter how many you put in our net, because we're putting at least 1 more in yours. And that's how it felt to me, because it would just attack constantly. But we definitely need to solidify this back line.
Yeah, but just to caveat on that just quickly, obviously, that is bang on. Wise words from Colin, Steph. There you go. Just caveat on that. But when we did that, though, we had the likes of Vidic and Real Ferdinand at the back. Instead, we'll keep touching upon it. We'd have these kids at the back. So it's all well and good throwing the kitchen sink. But if you've got kids at the back, then you need to, you do need to tweak it. So it'll be interesting to see if Leach comes straight back into that team.
We can't win anything with kids, can we?
Well, there you go. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, as always. People, if you've not done so already, please smash the likes. It's festive season. It's Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, I've lost track of days. Tomorrow, we do have the mix zone. Mr. B should be back on the mix zone with the friends of all colonies, so we can not talk about Manchester United for a day. And we will be back with you with the watch along on Sunday. Is the watch along on Sunday, Colin?
Yes.
But there you go. There you go. There you go. And then we should have a reaction show after that, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, without further ado, enjoy your evenings. Yabba.
Yeah, I just want to say big up to everyone in the chat. Don't forget, we've got a TikTok channel now, so go and subscribe. TikTok's okay. There's nothing wrong with TikTok. Yeah, I'm old and I'm on TikTok. I'm on there a lot. Just come and join us and contribute and share. And we're going to put out a lot more content on TikTok as well. So try and interact as you do with the comments, as you do on the show as well. And tomorrow night I'll be watching Jake Paul and AJ early hours in the morning. I think it's a fast, but I'm going to watch it anyway. I don't know what you think.
Set your alarm. Set your alarm.
Yeah. What's going to happen with that one? I mean, what's your thoughts quickly before we?
He's going to get knocked spark out.
Is it scripted?
Nah, it's not, it won't be scripted.
If AJ loses,
yeah,
he took a massive brown envelope.
Yeah.
Because Jake Paul, I know you're not watching. I'll fight you. I won't take no envelope. No, I'll do it for free. I don't care. Because there's no way he's that good at boxing. He's not at all.
No.
And fight Conor McGregor again, but do it in a UFC cage instead of a boxing ring.
Yeah, be interested. I will be watching that. I will be watching.
He hasn't fought Conor McGregor, has he?
No.
He has fought Conor McGregor, hasn't he? Or was that his brother?
No.
One of them has.
No, neither of them have.
I'm sure they have.
No,
Floyd Mayweather.
Just Floyd has.
Yeah.
Which one of them fought a UFC
Nate,
fighter?
they fought Nate.
You're on about Nate, Nate Diaz.
Oh, Nate Diaz. We'll fight Nate Diaz in a UFC occasion. Either or.
Yeah.
Yes,
people. As always, it's been a pleasure. We will catch you back tomorrow. And then if not, we will catch you on Sunday with the watch along. As always, we've been the Man United Agenda. And have a lovely evening. Mado. Take care. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Ciao.